Hi, welcome. This is Phil Hutzler, and I wanted to talk a little bit about all the news that you've been hearing about how wonderful the real estate market is. And again, wonderful is going to be based on what is it you're trying to do. I want to be careful that people don't get the impression that this is 2004, 2005, 2006. This is not that. Where we're at is that the market quit going down. We've seen modest increase in price. We've seen a marvelous increase in the number of units sold. And it seems like the distressed properties, the bank sales, the short sales, the foreclosures are minimizing. They're not affecting the market as much as they did. The banks don't seem to have quite the what I would call a shadow inventory or a warehouse inventory that is not on the market. And you might have even noticed that driving up and down streets. Fewer houses with stickers on the windows and no signs. That's a clue. Um, that because those were the houses that the bank owned but had yet to make available to sell. Uh, there's no real documentation of that I can find, but my sense of it is that the bank inventories are down. Prices are coming up a little bit. The amount of time it takes to sell a home. Um, in the past, if it was well priced, it was under contract in 30 to 35 days. 45 was a really long time. And we're seeing that that's still true, but even sellers who start a little bit high are not, they're either the sellers are starting at a more realistic price or the market is catching up to the seller's expectation. And that's a really hard thing to gauge. But the difference between the original list price and the final sale price is less than it was. The difference between the price when it went under contract and the price that it sold at is about the same. It's between 3 and 6%. So that tells me when you have your house priced right, it sells. It is going to sell for 96%. If you have what the banks have been doing is underpricing the homes. They have, and I've seen this over and over with my investors. The bank will offer a property at a ridiculously low price. This generates dozens of offers. This generates a bidding war, and the home will sometimes sell in some markets, some neighborhoods. I've seen homes sell for between 104 and 121% of what the bank asked for. So the banks get it. We put the property out there, we price it below the market, we take the highest bid, and that's the most we're going to get. It took them about 3 years to figure that out. Most of my retail sellers don't understand that yet, and I'm really hoping that they figure that out soon because not doing that has cost them money over the years as the market declined. Here's the good news. We are at the bottom. If you were waiting for the bottom, it's here. Don't wait. Um, if you are a seller expecting a 2006 price, you're going to have to be really patient. It's about 15 years until we get back to there. If you're a buyer thinking that the prices are going to get better, that's probably not true. Things could change, but and things are not going to be on fire. I've seen some numbers, 12% improvement, 16%. The market grew. The market grew. The reality is when you look at year over year, it's minimal. 2011 to 2012 was really in St. Louis County. I just did the numbers. Was statistically zero. It flat. In actuality, the median sale price went from I think 121.5 to 122. Okay, that's not a big change, is it? The big difference, though, was median days on market went from 116 to 107, and 116 was way up from the year before. And what else? Oh, we sold almost exactly 2,000 more units. It went up from 12,335 to 14,274. So there's activity. Okay, if you want to sell your house, you can. If you want to sell your house for what you wanted to sell it for in 2005, 2006, you're in trouble. If you've bought your house in the last 10 years or refinanced on a cash out refinance in the last 10 years, there's a very, very good chance that you will have to bring money to the closing table in order to sell your house. And that's okay. I've had my last 3 clients have done that. 2 of them in order so that they can buy something bigger and better at today's prices. One of them was simply because it was a family home that they had no more use for. Nobody was living in it. And she wasn't going to keep making payments on it. It just didn't make sense for her. So the real question about should I sell my house is not, is it a good time to sell? It's always a good time to sell if you need to or want to sell. It's just that simple. If you would like more information about what the market's doing in your particular neighborhood, in your particular kind of home, or to talk about your goals, give us a call at 314-440-1507 or email us at mr.phil@redkeystlewis.com, and I'll scroll that across the bottom of the page here. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this had value for you.